hello, hello. Oh, forget. I know it's Tuesday, but it is the rest of Makeover Monday. So I wanted to just jump on and finish this kitchen sign real quick like. We've gotten to the easy part. So, I didn't bring my phone in. So last night I had this piece of wood that I picked up that kind of looks like flooring. It's got a part that protrudes on this side, and then it's got a groove on this side. So I think it used to be flooring. And somebody painted it, and it had a little house, and it had a little tree, and it had a little man and a little woman, and it said, bless this house and he and she. And it was kind of old. It looked older, I don't know. But I sanded it down and painted it. And so this is what it looks like now. And I'm going to turn it into a little kitchen sign. And I'm going to get a drink of water. Sorry. So I originally painted this with ivory, and this is running a little thick, so I mixed it with some distilled water. I just took my spritzer and did 2 spritzes into a container, into this container, not this one, nope, a different one. I must have put it somewhere where I wouldn't get it messed up, and mixed it with some of the water, and it thinned it out and made the painting experience a lot better. So I don't have to throw it away. And then to make the kind of aged and dirty looking, effect on it, I mixed this with this. And I didn't measure. I think it's probably 2 to 1. Mixed these together, and then just took a wipe, and I used wipes, and dipped it in the paint, and then just kind of painted it in various places. So that's how I got this. And then after the live was over, I took this back to the craft area and I sealed it. And I chose to seal it with shellac because I've been having this interesting thing happen with Mod Podge. It's turning stuff yellow on me. I don't know. I was painting something green and it started turning it colors, and other things have started turning, and I didn't want to take any chances, so I thought, well, I'll try the shellac, and the shellac worked perfect. So yeah, so now it's ready to finish up. So this is the back, and the way I know is because of all the holes, and this has a few holes too, but we're not going to worry about that. So I'm going to put this way. Yeah. And I'm going to use Good Eats, this, and I may use Served Daily also. You'll see. But for this, I'm going to use the big Good Eats. So I decided to do it in Storm. So I'm going to start with the silverware, and if I don't think the Storm is dark enough for the wording, then I'll switch it up to black velvet. But I definitely want to do the silverware in Storm. So we have, this is our cut apart, 12 by 18. Yep, 12 by 18 size to transfer. We call it a cut apart. It's got all those white lines, and we're just going to cut it on the white lines. So before I get too much further, I'm going to go ahead and angle the camera down toward the table so you can see what I got going on down here. Okay? If you tend to get dizzy, close your eyes. I'll let you know when we're there. Okay, here we go. And then for the camera to catch up on the computer. And then we will lower it down some more. And that should do it. Okay? So you're safe to open your eyes if you close them. So I think I want to double check and make sure this is going to fit. I'm either going to put the silverware on twice or I'm going to put it on once. Oops, wrong end. So this is about 4 inches. So if I did that twice, that would be 8 inches. And then this is about 16, so that's 24 inches. And this is 24 inches. So I'll really be pushing it. Hi, Linda. So if I do the silverware twice and the Good Eats, it will be a tight, tight squeeze. So I'm just going to do the silverware once. That way it's not too crowded and busy. So I tried to do your technique, Linda, that you did on your planner box, and I didn't do very good at it. So you're going to have to teach me how you did your planner box, because I really, really like how it turned out. I mean, so much better than what I did here. I'm not 100% happy with what I did here. So, yes, my friend, that would be awesome if you could teach me. You don't have to teach me, you can just show me next time we're together. Good Eats. I'm writing on the back of this because when I take this into there and wash it, and I'm going to lay it upside down, sticky side up on a towel, and when it's dry, I'm going to place it back onto this backing because this is reusable. So I'm going to place it back on this backing so I can store it away until my next time I use it. And I want to make sure that I put it on the correct side. So I wrote on the back so that I don't mistakenly put it here. I've done that. I've mistakenly put it on the wrong side, and it was horrible. It was horrible trying to get it off. But what I'm liking better, Linda, about your planner box is that you had like little patches rather than, I mean, I ended up with swipes. You ended up with little patches. Did you just dab it? Is that how you did it? Maybe that's what I should have done. I probably should have dabbed it in places rather than swiping it. Anyway, it's okay. I'll live. I will live. I'm going to fuzz this since it's a brand new transfer. You know what? I think I'm going to wax this too, just to be sure. I'm going to put a light coat of wax on. Here's my little... So I've got my wax applicator. Okay, I mean, I can't fault you for that. I guess I'll just have to experiment and see if I can get that effect, because I do love it. So I'm just putting a light coat of wax. The wax, typically if you don't seal the wood like I did, it will help to keep you from peeling the paint off of your surface when you take the transfer off. And it will help protect your transfer from picking up all the little fibers on the wood. I have also found that when I wax it, the design comes through a little crisper. You know, it seems like it kind of smooths out the surface, and then your design comes out a little smoother. That's just been my experience. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just telling you what my experiences are. And who knows, maybe you'll have the same ones when you do yours. I'm using the terry cloth side right now. This is a double-sided fuzzing cloth. You don't have to have it. Towels will work, shirts will work, pants, anything that's fabric that will put fuzzies on your deal. This is the microfiber side. Is that what it's called, microfiber? That side is excellent for drying your transfer. If you use a transfer a couple times and then you want to use it a couple more, you might need to go ahead and wash it, and then you can use this to dry it up really good before you use it again. This is a nice multi-purpose resource tool right here. All right. I've got these holes right here that I didn't think to fill. So I'm thinking I might just wrap the edges with twine. I think I will. Let me apologize if it's too dark. The homeowner has an electrician coming tomorrow to fix my light fixture in here, so that we don't have light shows going on every time I turn it on. I definitely don't want a fire. Alright, so I'll do that, and I'll put the silver. Well, I should do the silverware first, since I want to see if the storm is going to be dark enough. Crud. Alright, let me think this through. I'm going to put this back on so that I can measure the placement. Okay, and then I'm going to write on the back of this one. Silverware. And then I'm going to fuzz it because it's brand new. Now the reason some people will just put like the letter B, or they'll put an X, or, I mean, you don't have to write what it is. I like to write what it is because when I'm working with multiple transfers that are about the same size and same shape, I want to make sure I get the correct backing onto that transfer so that it's not sticking off on the edges, you know, so it's not hanging off the edges and getting stuck to things. Oops. All right. It's about just about 1.25 inches, and that's 2 inches. So I'm going to put this about 1.5 inches in. Okay, so set this, and then that's about where I want it. Now I need to straighten it up. Okay. All right. Perfect. Is it perfect? Let's see. 16 plus 4 is 20. Nope, I'm going to go in 2 inches. 2 inches. I am sorry, I'm a little OCD about this kind of thing. So we are about 2 inches in, and this is just over an inch, just over an inch, inch and a half. So I need to raise it up a little bit. There we go. And that is 2 inches in. Okay. So I need to move this out of the way. And do this first. So I'm basically working out the air bubbles so that it doesn't bleed up under the screen when I manipulate the paste across the transfer. Stir my paste, make sure it's ready for use. Oh yeah, it's ready. So this is Storm. You want it to be about the consistency of yogurt. Okay. And since I painted my strokes this way, I'm going to do this way. My experience has been that I get a smoother, I experience a smoother outcome if I go with the strokes rather than try to go against them. Okay, so now I'm just going to take off all the excess. And I'm just putting it right back in the container. Very little waste, very little used, quite honestly. And then, let's peel to reveal. Oh, I love the storm. Perfect. Okay, so I am going to, here's my sprayer, my spritzer. I'm going to spritz a little bit of water on this and then place it on my backing and set it down here on the floor so I can wash it when we're done. Then I want to get my blow dryer and dry it a little bit, so it's about to get loud. If it gets too loud, you might want to turn down your volume for just a second. Here we go. Storm is mine too. I've become obsessed with Storm. Storm over Ivory. I just love it. So I'm going to place this right here. And then I'm going to get this about 2 inches in. And see how close that comes to the silverware. That's 1.5 inches. How are we doing so far? So far, so good. I think I'm going to do about 1 3/4. There we go. Oh, that's almost 2 inches. Lift that up. Check where it falls. The S will end right there. So that's not too close. I think that's a pretty good distance. So I'm going to leave that right there so that I don't risk peeling up my chalk paste that I just put down. And then I'm going to take out all the air bubbles. I'm debating on whether I want to add some shimmer over the silverware. This doesn't seem like a shimmer type sign though, so I'm probably not going to do it. Probably just going to leave them flat like they are. Okay, here we go. I love this technique because it's so stinking easy. So for this particular project, I think the hardest thing was getting it sanded, and I couldn't get everything off of it, which is fine. We were able to cover it up just fine. And then the painting took a little bit of time, partly because it was so stinking hot, and the paint is thick, and that had to be dealt with, and that had to be worked around. And then I was trying a technique I didn't know I could do, I didn't really know how to do. The ceiling, the only reason the ceiling took so long is because it has to have time to dry, which is fine. And then this right here, is the easiest part and the most fun. No weeding, no printing and using ink. Just no peeling or sticking and then peeling and then sticking. It's just set it down and swipe the paste across. And if you're inking, then you just swipe the ink. It's very hot in here, and this is drying very fast. So I better pull it up. I fuzzed it just the right amount. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, I'm going to mist this down and then set it right here so I can wash it later. Okay. Now I'm going to close this up so that it doesn't sit out in the heat and get thicker. The best way to care for your paste is to not leave it open for as long, for a very long period of time. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to dry this a little bit. Or too hot, because I did put wax on it, and if you do it too long or too hot, the wax will start bubbling up and then it will mess up your design. It's all good. My guess is, had I messed up, I could have easily washed this off since I sealed it with shellac, so it's it's not really a hard surface to clean up, but I'm happy with it, so I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to take, I think I want to take this twine that I picked up for $1. And I want to, oh, I got sweat in my eye. Oh gosh, that burns. I'm going to wrap it around a few times. So what I'm going to do is let me do this. Maybe I'll go a little bit more. I've got these holes here that I want to cover up. So I'll do like 5 lines like that. Let me turn this around. Okay. And do the same thing on this side. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after I'm done sealing it again, I'm going to add a couple of these sawtooth hangers to the back so it can be hung up. Now, here's the thing that I need to decide. Do I want to just rely on these, or do I want to maybe like tie a knot and on each end and glue that right there. And then it can look like it's hanging from, see what I'm doing? Tie a knot. Let's see. I don't want to glue it to the back because it's got to be able to hang. And if I've got this thick rope on the back, then it won't be able to hang with the hangers. With the rope, I'm waiting for my computer to catch up so I can see it too. Oh yeah, I like it too, definitely. So that's it. I'm not going to glue this on yet because I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to seal this. And then I'm going to glue this rope here on so that it stays on the edges and covers up the holes. And then I'm going to take these knotted pieces and glue them here and attach these to the back so that when it gets hung up, it can be hung by these and not by the rope. That way the rope won't, you know, come off. Even though I'm going to use E6000, I'll use a combination of E6000 and hot glue. So that's it. We are finished. Part 2 is over. I can turn my air conditioner back on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Linda. It was so much fun. And if you're watching the replay, please do me a favor and type in #replay. Let me know where you're watching from. And what would you have done? Would you have left it without the rope, or would you have added the rope? Just curious. And if you're watching on YouTube, same thing. Let me know. Would you have added the rope, or would you have left it off? So, yeah, I just thought I'd get everybody's opinion. And that's it. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much again for watching. And Thursday, I go shopping at Animal Aid of Tulsa at 21st and Sheridan in the Tulsa area. So if you want to go shopping live with me, just type shopping in the comments, and I'll get you set up to where you will see when I go live. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.